If you're looking to add an exciting little plant to your home garden, this is the plant for you. Delosperma echinatum, or as it's commonly called, the pickle plant. Now, this looks like a nice little cactus, but it's not. It's actually a succulent from South Africa. I want to talk to you real quick about the best steps to keep this very forgiving succulent. This one is one you should really add to your collection. This tiny little plant gets its name from the leaves that look like tiny little pickles with the little prickles on them. But it's actually a succulent from South Africa, and these little hairs actually help protect the plant in the harsh, dry environment that it originates from. But it is really a beautiful little plant. So why would you want this plant in your garden? Well, if you like succulents, which I do, this is a very unique plant, and I happened to come across it in a garden center, and I said, I have to take this home. I bought this one a while ago, and it has been doing great in my care. I keep it under grow lights here indoors. In the summer, you can move them outside. You just have to make sure you're way past your last potential frost date. They're warm-loving, sun-loving plants. And we'll talk about the particular needs of this plant in just a few minutes. But this is a nice little plant, and it's going to grab everyone's attention. As soon as they see it, they're going to want to, well, maybe not want to touch it because it looks like these prickles hurt, but they're really soft. Doesn't hurt you. Doesn't hurt the plant. If you just touch it just a little bit. Now, this little plant has some very particular needs and wants that you have to make sure that you hit if you want to keep it looking like this. The first one, it needs bright light. So if you're going to have it indoors, I would have it under grow light. Mine sits under grow lights, and that provides enough light for this plant. But if you don't have that, get it into the sunniest window space that you have. Typically, the problem that people have with this plant is going to be one or two things. One, not enough light. The other one is water. Now, this is a succulent. Those leaves, chunky leaves, means that this plant kind of retains water during those drier conditions. And what people tend to do, unfortunately, is that they overwater this plant. That's one of the main things that gets it. Well, either not enough light or too much water. You get those balanced right, you're on the road to success with this plant. So let's dive a little deeper into the water. When you water this plant, between waterings, you want to make sure that the soil reaches completely dry. Really almost treat this like a cactus. You want to make sure if you're planting this in soil and you're changing your soil out, use a cactus soil. Now that would be the best because it's a very free draining soil. This plant does not like soggy, wet feet. And if you keep this sitting in water, let's say it's in this pot and there's water sitting those roots, it's going to rot the roots. This plant's going to die. Let it dry completely out, really dry, and then you'd water again. Now I plan to keep this plant indoors year round. Again, I may sit it outside in the very hot heat of the summer when the summer days are warm and the nights are also warm. I don't want to sit it outside when the days are warm and it can drop down cool at night. Main thing though is make sure that you're well past your frost date before you put this plant outside. If you want to put it outside at all, I plan to keep mine indoors. I may sit it out for just a couple weeks through the summer, but changing those conditions may be a little too much. If the plant is growing really well indoors for me, then I just leave it amongst the crowd here. One of the great things about this plant is that it is so forgiving for watering. If you forget to water your succulents, they have that water retention capability, so they'll be all right if you go a few days past when you should water the plant. That's the great thing about this one. They're used to coming from dry conditions where there be rain, water, that water runs off, and then it may not rain again for quite some time. So the plant can handle those conditions if you're not putting it in other conditions that are also bad. If you're underwatering it, it may be better than overwatering it. Overwatering this plant will absolutely kill it. If you touch it in these nice, beautiful little chunky leaves, if they feel soft or mushy, then you may be overwatering your plant. If you notice that it's starting to have a growth habit where these little chunky leaves are starting to grow and stretch really long and narrow, that can mean that you don't have enough light for this plant. Those are the two big key things. Well, there's three, right? So let's take light. Make sure you have enough light. Water, don't overwater it. Let that soil go completely dry before you water it again. And then the soil, if you're going to change the soil in this plant, when it comes time for that, make sure you're putting it into a cactus or a succulent soil, which is a nice free draining soil. And this plant does not want to sit with wet feet. So while this plant is in great condition, I actually want to repot mine. I love keeping my succulents in pond, Lecusa pond in particular. Now look at that root. See those roots? They're starting to spiral around, wrap around in there. And that means that this plant is right at being root bound, right at the point of about to have problems with that. I don't mind if this soil gets in this tray. Just gonna break those roots up just a little bit. I want to remove this soil, and I want to switch this out to, and you can tell that this is a very free draining soil, and it actually has sand on the bottom. And that is to ensure that these roots aren't sitting in a wet condition. Just kind of working this around. This is easier to do in some cases if it is drier, if the soil is drier. But the soil is not falling off here primarily because it is so root bound. I don't want to get this soil off. Just work this around, just kind of get this out of here, and we're going to repot this. There we go. I have had a lot of success with a lot of different types of succulents. Here's another one that needs to be repotted. I have several succulents and they grow really well in pond. And a lot of people don't like pond, and I use a pond in hydroponic pots. That water sits down at the very bottom and those roots can reach down and touch that water, but they're not sitting waterlogged. That works really well for me. Just kind of getting this soil off here. And so I've had wonderful success growing a lot of different types of succulents, aloe, just a lot of succulents. And I'm leaning more towards succulents and adding more succulents to my collection. This is a newer one that I've added in. So this is actually several plants here, all kind of growing together and interwoven in this pot. I think this actually came from a lot of different or several different propagations. I want to maintain those larger roots. Some of these smaller ones, it's okay if I lose some of those. But I don't want to, there we go. Just gonna get in here and break this up. Because I don't want to add this soil to the pond. I want to get as much of this off as possible. And these little pieces that come off here, I can propagate these. I have a little bit of rooting hormone, and I will take those and set them in our own pot. Here we go. Now this is nice. This is perfect. So they got that separated, completely separated out. And there's the roots. We're gonna just set this to the side. I want to separate all these different sections like this because you see these are actually individual plants. Now, if I wanted to, I could pot these into multiple pots and start, that's the second one, propagating right now simply by separating what was all in one pot. Now, inside of one pot, it all looked really full, and that's something to consider. There's another section. These are coming across. That's really nice. There we go. South Africa has so many really phenomenal plants. Protea is one of my favorite flowers, South African flower as well. There's some great growing conditions there, very unique plant fauna in that area as well. So separating all of these out, flora and fauna. So flora, some nice fauna and flora in South Africa. There we go. So this actually turned into a lot of different sections. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I want to get this soil, I'll move it to the side here. And I think I have enough pond here. This is what I plant. Almost all of my house plants indoors are in this growth medium. Works really well for me, especially for plants that don't like wet feet. Just a very dry substrate, and it remains dry. So one in there. I'm going to kind of sit these back side by side. There's 2 of them here. I'm going to set these in this corner on this side. There we are. There's 2. Just kind of working around. I may actually end up putting some of these in a separate pot just to expand out the collection. Four. Let me get those roots in there. I'm going to put a bit of pond on top of this as well, just bring that level up a bit. Some of these roots are still exposed. And yeah, I'm actually not going to put all of these back in here because I don't want to overcrowd. I'll take the smallest one here, and kind of stick that in the middle, and then just bring this level up a little bit. Make sure all those roots are covered. And I have 2 big sections left off to the side here, and I'm really excited about that. I'm going to put those in a another pot. There's this. There we go. And there we go. That's beautiful. So it doesn't have quite as full a look as before, but that is totally fine. It actually has a bit of room to expand now. I'm going to get some nice growth as this expands. And I still have these two other sections here, two separate plants. I could put these in different pots. So what was one pot has now turned into a really large size here. Then I have two more there. But this is a beautiful, forgiving succulent, really easy to take care of, but it's such a unique looking plant. And you don't see this. I've seen some plants that look like this, but this one is just the fact that it has that common name of pickle plant. And it just looks like those little cucumbers is what it looks like. It's a wonderful little plant. Tell me what you think about it in the comments down below. I'm going to continue to pot this up and get these other two sections taken care of, add some water to this and get it under some nice warm grow lights. And this is going to be a nice addition to my interior inside plant collection here. Again, may go out in the summer. Hey, if you like this content, be sure to like and subscribe. I'm going to continue to find great plants that I enjoy seeing, add them to my collection if I have enough room and space for them. Until next time, take care.